March the 19th, 2020 at 11 a.m. I will do an invocation, probably do the Pledge of Allegiance, and then we'll get the approval of the agenda. So if I could just have a few minutes. Father, we just want to take this time to thank you for life and life advantages. We ask that you go with us during this meeting. I ask a special blessing on the Solid Waste Authority staff, board, and the world as a whole as we go through this trying time. We ask that your will be done. All these and all other blessings I ask in your Son, Jesus Christ's name. Amen.
Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America.
One nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Can I get a motion for the approval of the agenda? Can I get a second? It's probably been moved in second. Are there any questions? All those in favor, let it be known by saying aye. Thank you. I just want to thank all of you this morning before we get into the business for being here today. Well, not being here presently, but joining in the meeting and taking your time to discuss this. I think it's vitally important that we get a heads up on what we're doing. So what I'm gonna let Danny do is discuss with us what the Solid Waste Authority is doing now, and then we'll go from there. If you have any questions, please wait until Danny's finished, and then you can ask your questions.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. First, let me explain to you what we're doing, what we're looking at doing. Our main critical responsibilities, all of them are things that we want to do and need to do, but the critical responsibilities is going to be the MSW landfill is top priority, C&D landfill is second priority, the MRF is third. The non-critical operation will continue the best we can with the restrictions that have been put on us from the schools and from the state and from the feds. The people in the non-critical operations will fill in when needed to make sure the critical things are done. The employees, we are, at the present time, we're taking temperatures in the morning and also the afternoon. If anyone has a high temperature, I think we've sent one back home that was working at the MRF first of the week, but everybody else seems to be doing okay. Now, we've had some employees at the centers that didn't feel comfortable in coming with children and everything. We're allowing those people to take their time, whether sick time or vacation time. If they're temps, they don't have that time, and they will just be will not be paid if they're not at work. We're looking at the possibilities of people that can perform duties at home, and there's a need for them to be at home. Then we will look at each of those cases on a one-by-one basis. Mike, some of them, we're splitting shifts up. Mike's got a group that comes in early to open the landfill up. And he's got another shift comes in later in the day. He's worked the schedules to where these people don't overlap, don't come in contact with each other. He's got some of his people that come in at 8, and then some comes in at 8:15, and some at 8:30, and then shift out in the afternoon to get to 40 hours again. So we're doing all those things, encouraging people wash their hands, keep a distance, sneeze under their arm, and all the things that we're hearing everybody talking about doing. We have hired Debbie Borst to help us through this process. She is the nurse that helps us with our training on our shots and stuff like that. She's also been employed by Myrtle Beach and Grand Prairie Water and Sewer. And she gets updates all the time. Nanette gets those, we sending those to the division directors, as updates on things to do and not to do. And I think one that we've sent out, got this morning, that it's encouraging people not to take ibuprofen in case of fevers, because there's a problem with ibuprofen in this strand. So, but take Tylenol if you can tolerate it. But these are the things that she's helping us through this process. Our process here is gonna be very fluid. It could change in the next 30 minutes, but we will continue to operate. I think it's good that we're going to go ahead and do this resolution this morning, and we sent y'all a copy of that to take a look at. And it just gives us an opportunity to manage quickly if we have to. If any major changes happen, then we will certainly be in contact with all of you on what we're doing. But so far, all of our people are doing good with the situation. Some cleaning stuff more than others, and spraying more stuff than others. But I was talking to Jody Prince this morning, and he said his daughter was upset that she was senior this year and wasn't gonna be able to do all these things that seniors do. He has kind of put it to her, maybe this is an investment. That's basically what it is for everybody. It's just how much investment you want to put into the situation. And who you've got at home is critical in those older age limits that the feds have set. And at the centers, we had looked at the possibility of consolidating some of the centers, because our employees are more so in that operation, or more of age. And we were looking at the possibility of what we were gonna do if we lost those employees, to keep the centers open. But in talking with Steve, and they've offered that the recreation people, that they close the recreation centers and parks and stuff like that. I think they need something to do, maybe a job, so they gonna give us 15 names. We're gonna work those people, we'll cross-train them a week or so, and where they know what the operation is. So that way we can continue to keep the centers in operation as they are presently and always been. But things will change, and we're good at changing, and we're pretty quick on our feet, so we will change as needed to keep the operation going.
Any questions for Danny? One thing I did notice, and I think it's good, is that they kind of locked down the front door here, so you have to buzz in, so you don't just have people walking in off the street. You have to really identify why you need to be here, which I think is good. I guess my one question is about those part-time people that won't be paid. How many of those people are we looking at?
We probably got how many part-time employees we got?
Currently, we have, I think, 2 who are not working.
Okay.
Yeah. And in listening to the governor on Sunday afternoon speak, the state's looking at unemployment possibilities if restaurants are closed down, but the guy with the state said, that most private businesses got some type of sick leave policy. concerns that, employees can draw from all public, operations do to a point, but, you know, we don't know, how much money is gonna come out of, the Fed side of it. If they gonna write everybody a check or not, I think that'll help some of the folks, but, you know, if, we just got to be careful. Some people are saying if you're over 60, you don't have to come to work. Well, some people would want to, but they won't if they don't have to, and we still got to keep the operation going. So we're gonna look at each individual employee's request, and, meet that the best we can.
Okay, any questions for
I
Dan?
feel like as long as you've been working administration in the county and where you are, that you and your staff have got a good handle on what you're doing, so I certainly have confidence in you taking care of that. Unless there's something else you wanted to discuss with us as a board, I feel like y'all got it covered.
Well, I appreciate that, Ms. Creech, and appreciate Steve stepping up. They gon', you know, we all together in this situation, but in the past, these emergency type things are something you could see, and you know when it was gonna be over, and then you had a cleanup period, and you knew when that was gonna be over, but this is you can't see it, you don't know where it is. In our current situation, the American lifestyle has suddenly been changed. You don't run to the store and get exactly what you want. If you can find it, I mean, everybody is just gonna have to take a deep breath and not, the toilet paper thing is what baffles me the most of anything in the world. I can't see what that, I just don't understand that part of it, but, Lysol, I've been looking for Lysol for 4 days. Everybody at the Dollar General knows me by name now, but, it's just.
One thing I did want to ask you, I did see where, on the Conway website, they have told everybody to put everything in black plastic bags and that kind of thing, and I know that, I guess the, MRF, they do gloves and everything, but do you think maybe our people at the recycling center should be wearing gloves at this point?
Everybody's got the protection, equipment I think that they need. Debbie's helping us with that. The mask, I think we're now using the mask at the MRF. Gloves, if they handling, cardboard and metals and stuff like that. And we've got, Debbie's given us some stuff out of some of the feds on, how long these germs will stick to stainless steel, copper, cardboard, paper, and stuff like that. So we're taking all that into consideration. We've been buying some supplies, and we've got our distributor on notice. If the truck comes in, let us know what they got. We may order more. But, right now, we just see what the supplies do, and, we just have to handle it minute by minute.
Right, we don't handle any medical waste at all, do we?
No, ma'am, no, ma'am. And,
Okay.
and the national is saying you handle this waste just as you would if it was flu or something like that. So, that's what we're doing, but we don't handle any of the medical waste.
Okay.
Any other questions?
That's all I've got.
Anybody else got
County
it?
has not made any special request of us at our convenience centers.
Who is that?
Is Bo, the county has not made a request of us, any special requests?
No, they have stepped up and offered some recreation employees to help us where we could keep them open, but, we don't, we just gonna operate as general.
Since it's all residential, we're expecting demand to stay relatively constant.
I would think so, but who knows? I mean, it got to where with with hurricanes and floods, we've laughed before, used to, you'd go and get bread and milk. Now you go get bread and milk and take the garbage out and take the old couch and the old refrigerator to the recycling centers, but,
They take advantage of the time they have.
I guess so, but,
Yeah,
I mean,
cleaning out houses, a lot of people are spring cleaning, so you might even get more.
well, as we used to say, we can take it, bring it on. Steve, are y'all doing anything, other than what you've been doing?
No, sir, we're, basically closed public facilities to the public, but all our staff are working, and we're still accommodating, building permit issuance and the ROD and the payment of, taxes and things like that. See, anybody's gotta come into the office, we do it on a case-by-case basis in person, so,
Yeah, well,
that's about it.
okay, well, we'll keep in constant, in touch, and, anything we can do or need heads up on something, just, let us know. Appreciate your support and help.
Yes, sir.
Okay, I take it you guys had a chance to read the, resolution?
Yes.
And so I think the resolution is fine. I think it gives Danny the opportunity to react as need be. I think it's in place for 60 days. I think they need that latitude because you can see it took us 2 days for the board to get together and he needs the autonomy to do what he needs to do on a as needs basis as quick as possible because this thing is changing hour by hour. So we don't want to tie his hands by having to wait for board decisions. So if you guys are in agreement with the resolution, I'll take a motion for acceptance, and if I can get a second, then we'll go from there.
Make a motion.
I move that we accept that resolution.
Second.
Okay, it's been properly moved in seconds. Are there any questions? All those in favor, let it be known by saying aye. Ayes have it, and so the resolution has been, passed. The reason I wanted to have this special meeting, because I wanted you guys all at once to hear what was going on at solid waste, in case you run into some people and they're asking questions, you could be able to tell them what we're doing, and I wanted to be out front, especially with the resolution, to give Danny the opportunity to do what he needs to do in order to get this done. So, are there any other questions that you have? How about the rest of the staff? Anybody got anything that they need to add? Danny has
We
one
made a
more.
determination whether we're still meeting as a board next week.
I'm gonna talk to you that in about 2 seconds, as soon as Danny's finished this right here.
No problem.
I would like to say, Mr. Johnson, I was sorry to hear about your loss of your, shelter, and I just, our thoughts, I think the whole board's thoughts have been with you on the situation, and just hope the best with the situation that can come, buddy.
Yes, sir, we're gonna work through it.
Okay, as far as the meeting next week, I have determined that I don't think there's a need for a meeting, so with all the social distance and all the problems we're having with the virus, I have decided that we will not have a meeting. This will be our meeting for this month. So to answer your question, no, we will not have a meeting, next Tuesday.
Is there anything we need to be looking for the board?
I don't think there's anything that's pressing, right now. I know we was working on the budget, but
It's okay, we're moving forward with
they're
that.
still moving forward with that. So I would rather see this thing kind of lie down a little bit, because I don't think there's anything really that pressing. If there is, give me a call and I'll get with Danny and, we'll get it straightened out. But for this point in time, I think we'll just cancel the meeting for next Tuesday.
It's actually scheduled for the 31st because we
31st.
we're supposed to be in Raleigh next week.
Um,
We were supposed to be in Raleigh next week.
oh yeah, we were
So the
supposed to
meeting
be.
had gotten postponed to the
Yeah,
31st.
yeah. And everybody got the message about Raleigh, I take it?
Raleigh's off.
Yeah, Raleigh's off. Okay, anything else? That's one no, I got 5 or 6 more no's out there. I take it as a no. If there's nothing else, there's no need for executive session, so I will take this and adjourn the meeting. The meeting is now adjourned. Thank you for tuning in and,
Mr. Chairman.
yeah, if you got any questions, give me a call or call Danny.
Okay.
All right,
You guys know?
all right, stay safe.
Stay safe.
All right, bye-bye.